Hello, friends. Today on Storytime with Lorelei, we are reading another book in the Little Animal Adventure series. You can find all the other books on my channel. And don't forget to click the like button and share this video with all of your friends. So let's read together Curious Little Raccoon. Little Raccoon lived with his brothers and sisters in a hollow tree near a river. They loved to climb trees and they spent hours each day playing by the river. "It's time for your nap," said Mother Raccoon. "Off you go. Now, all of you, run up to your very own spot in the tree." All the brothers and sisters quickly scampered to their tree house beds, all except Little Raccoon. He wasn't the least bit sleepy. He wanted to go exploring deep into the forest. He was tired of playing by the river and didn't understand why his mother wouldn't let them go off into the woods. So, without a sound, he dove into the bushes. Little Raccoon was finally on his own. He was feeling quite brave. Then Little Raccoon ran into Mrs. Martin, a weasel. She was out hunting for something to eat. "Aren't you the darling little one?" said Mrs. Martin. "You're straying very far from home. You'd better head back to the river before it gets dark and you get lost." Little Raccoon was beginning to feel afraid, but he spun around on his heels and dashed deeper into the forest. "Why should I go back to the river? I'm old enough to go exploring." Next, Little Raccoon came upon an open meadow. He was surprised by a large, fat, brown woodchuck. "Hey there," Mr. Woodchuck said. "You're a long way from home. What are you doing here, so far from the river? You can't cut down trees like I can. You don't belong here." Little Raccoon quickly backed away from him. "How mean it is to laugh at me! I can go anywhere I want. Why does everyone keep sending me back to the river?" Little Raccoon headed deeper into the woods. He heard Mrs. Badger calling him. She was busy clearing a doorway to her den. She was making lots of noise as she dug out the dirt. "Hello there, little traveler," she called to him. "If you're looking for a job, I'll hire you to keep my house clean. You can do all my wash, since you love the river so much." She was laughing so hard at her own joke that she nearly rolled down the hill. Little Raccoon was beginning to be disappointed with his big adventure. There didn't seem to be anything he was good at in the forest. At that very moment, an animal with reddish fur flashed across the path in front of him. It was Sly Fox. "Well, now, what do we have here?" asked Sly Fox. "The only thing you'll catch in the woods is a cold. You'd better run along now." Then Sly Fox laughed and ran off toward his den. This hasn't been nearly as much fun as I thought it would be. Nobody thinks I can do anything except play by the river. He sat down beside a stream and, without thinking, slipped his paws into the water. To his surprise, he grabbed hold of a fine crayfish. Little Raccoon was so excited. Look what he'd done! He'd caught his own snack. This must be what it feels like to be good at something. Mrs. Frog was relaxing on a rock, enjoying the sun. Then she spotted Little Raccoon and began to croak loudly. Danger, everyone! Here comes a raccoon. He'll catch you in the water. Danger! A wave of panic suddenly spread through the watery world. Mrs. Turtle yanked in her head, neck, and flippers. All the fish, shrimp, and crayfish fled to their hiding spots under rocks and in deeper water. You just stop right there, my bold little raccoon, cried Mr. Otter. This is our stream and it's private, he shouted. Oh, I'm so sorry, replied Little Raccoon, feeling very badly. I didn't know I was intruding. I just wanted to see the forest. Mother only lets us play by the river, so I snuck off into the woods. And what did you find in the forest? Asked Mr. Otter. I found I don't belong there, but now I know I belong by the river, said Little Raccoon. Little Raccoon felt much better than he had in quite a while. My paws are nimble and quick, and in one swift move I can snatch the slipperiest fish in the water. I can't wait to show my family. Little Raccoon was very happy now, and he ran and ran and ran all the way home. When he reached his treehouse, he invited his sleepy-eyed brothers and sisters to come down to the river with him. This is why we live by the river. We can catch any fish we want. We're actually the best at something after all. He reached down and scooped up a big, squirming silver fish. His brothers and sisters were shocked and amazed. Were they all as talented as their brother was? It had been quite a busy afternoon for Little Raccoon, and he decided it was indeed time for a nap. But just before tossing his catch back into the water, he yelled out to Mother Raccoon, "Thanks, Mom! I love the river!" Did you know raccoons are the size of foxes? They have white faces with black coloring around their eyes that looks like a mask. Raccoons live in wet forest woodlands in North America. They are excellent climbers. They frequently sleep lying down on thick branches high up in the trees. Raccoons have an amazing sense of touch. They don't need to see or even hear their catch. Raccoons just slip their paws into the water, feel their prey, and grab it. Raccoons are excellent swimmers, but they prefer to wade in rivers without getting themselves too wet. They also make use of anything that will help them stay afloat. Mother raccoons have 8 or 9 babies in a litter. Anyone who wants to get close to her little baby raccoons had better watch out. Mother raccoons may fly into a rage to protect their little ones. Raccoons are very curious and bold. They have been known to enter houses and even been bold enough to empty out the entire contents of a refrigerator. Well, my friends, I have a funny story about raccoons. Many years ago, when my son was just a toddler, we went camping. We had a big metal cooler with a latch on it that we thought would be safe. However, the next morning, much to our surprise, we woke up to our food all over our campsite because the raccoons were very smart and figured out how to open the latch on our cooler. They enjoyed barbecue chicken and pork steaks and all kinds of other good food that we had packed. So, lesson learned, never leave your cooler outside your tent, or the raccoons may eat your lunch. Hello, friends. If you go to my YouTube channel, Storytime with Lorelei, you will find a link to a Google Doc with all of my other books listed by name and genre. Please subscribe and don't forget to share my channel with all of your friends. Bye for now.